All right. So we will start with our warm up first. So I'm going to have you stand up nice and tall. Let's just take a couple of big breaths in to start. Exhale. Do that again. Inhale and exhale. All right. So we're going to start with our walk in place like we have been doing. And just a little active warm up. So instead of doing just some single exercises, just get a little cardio exercise in here to start. So as always, as we start here, stand up nice and tall. Think about ears over the shoulders, shoulders over the hips, over the knees. And again, just keep the arms down by your side first. And just kind of get a good walk in place pace going. All right, and then keep this going. And then what I want you to do is just take both arms, reach them up, exhale down. Good. Again, reach it up, exhale down. A couple more here. Reach it up, exhale down. One more. And exhale down. All right, good. Now take the hands here in front of the shoulders, keep the feet moving, and then we're going to push forward and pull back. So push and pull. And again, we're standing nice and tall, getting some movement in through the chest and the back. All right, good. A couple more of these. And then go ahead and drop your arms back down by your side. Keep the walk in place going. And then we are going to kind of move along here. I'm going to let somebody in. All right, so from here, we're going to do a little side step in each direction. So step to one side, step to the other. And again, you can just keep moving the arms. Take some big breaths in and out. All right, now what I'm going to have you do, I'm going to turn to my side here. So we're going to take this step into kind of an alternating forward step. So you can watch me first. We're just going to step forward with one foot, step back, forward with the other, and back. And again, think about staying up nice and tall here. Good posture. All right, just a couple more of these on each side. And last time. All right, now bring your feet back to the floor. Just stand tall. Take another big breath in. Reach the arms up. Drop one arm down. Reach it up and over. And then bring both arms up. And then drop the other arm down. Arm up and over. And then just bring both arms back down. All right, so again, first three exercises, we are doing seated in the chair. So grab your chair and grab a set of weights. Yeah, pop in here real quick to make sure my dog is not where he's not supposed to be. And you might want to start off. So the first two exercises we're going to do going to be a chest exercise and a back exercise. So I would say moderate weight, start off maybe a little bit lighter just until you kind of get used to the movement. All right, so what I want you to do, I'm going to turn to the side first here. You're going to start sitting towards the front edge of the chair, and then we're going to lean back. So kind of like we do with the crunches or reverse crunches. Now, before we do anything else, I want you to kind of tuck your chin just down just a little bit. Again, we don't want to tilt the head back or kind of push it forward. So just think of a nice straight line down the spine from the neck all the way down. And then again, think about that big wide belt right around your midsection. So I don't know if you can see with my black chair, my black shirt, but I have a nice straight flat back. So I'm not dropping down or arching. All right, feet are flat on the floor. You're gonna grab your waist, and then in that reclined position, you're gonna start with the elbows down, palms are gonna be facing kind of towards your knee. So what we're gonna do is a chest press. So think of if we were on the floor where your arms would be. So let me turn forward here just to show you, hands are about here. And then we're gonna press the arms up. Now you can see I'm at an angle, so I'm not up here or straight out. So I'm kind of almost, if I were to look up, I could see just about eye level. Bring the elbows back down, press it up again. Now keep that nice straight back. Exhale and inhale. And I want you to think about here, doing that chest press, keeping that midsection engaged, keeping the back nice and straight. Now, if your chair is not real comfortable to lean back against, you could always put a pillow like right behind your shoulders. We're going to do 2 more for 10. Last one. All right, and then come up, roll the shoulders back and down. So you could take a pillow, set it here, or kind of right here. You could take a blanket or a towel if you need a little more cushion. Like my chair is just kind of solid metal, so it's not the most comfortable, but if it's really uncomfortable for you, the other thing you can do too, I'll just show you while we're resting here in between. You have your mat handy. You can also stand up. You can take your mat and just kind of drape it over the back of your chair, and that'll give you a little bit of cushion as well. So again, it's not kind of rubbing right on your shoulder blades as you lean back. Okay, so we'll do our second set. We're going to do 2 sets of 10 for everything today. All right, so then lean back. Again, kind of tuck that chin down just a little bit so spine is in alignment. Engage the abs. Start with the waist, right above the chest, out to the side, and then we're going to press up and down. And just kind of keep your eyes, so as you press the arms up, kind of keep your gaze there. So again, you're not looking up and tilting your head back, but you're also not looking down. Almost kind of a little angle with the eyes. Exhale, inhale. That should be 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good. Come on up, roll the shoulders back and down. Now, if you're feeling that a lot in the neck, if that's not feeling good on the neck, again, make sure, kind of think about your chin kind of tucked back, like you're trying to get your cervical spine in alignment with the rest of your spine. So tuck it back, make sure you're not pushing forward or tilting it in any way. If it's still not comfortable on your neck, you can grab your mat and do these on the floor as well. So whichever one works best for you, but just make sure it's going to help you no matter where you do this exercise, just to make sure that your chin is tucked back and the spine is in alignment. All right, so we're going to stay right here for our next exercise, but we're going to do a row. So we're going to do the seated. This time we're hinging forward. Same thing, nice flat back. We're going to take the palms, we're going to turn them away from you. So palms are facing kind of back towards your chair. All right, now from here, we're pulling the elbows up into the weight to kind of come right here, right at your rib cage, and then lower back down. So lift and lower. Keep the shoulders down. So you're just pulling back with the elbows. Good. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. And again, neck is in alignment with the spine. I'm going to turn forward for the last two just so you can kind of feel so elbows. Last one. Okay, good. All right, so come on up. Roll the shoulders back and down. We're going to take a second here to stretch in between. So let's just take the hands here on the top of the legs or the top of the knees. What I want you to do is pull your chest through. You're going to kind of arch forward, opening up through the chest. And then we're going to drop the chin down and we're going to round forward and hold it. Good. Do that again, like cat-cow stretch. So pull the chest through, hold it here, drop the chin down, round forward, and hold. All right, and then sit back up. We're going to grab the weights and do our second set. And again, arms are down. So you might be kind of in line with the knees, or you might be a little bit lower, maybe right around the calf area. Again, palms are facing away from you. Nice long line down the spine. All right, we're going to lift for 2, 3, 4. Good. Still squeezing the shoulder blades in towards each other. So you should feel this right across the lower part of the shoulder blades, the mid part of the back. All right, 2 more. And last one. Okay, good. All right. Just kind of hang forward here, set your weights on the floor. And then we're going to do that stretch again. So hands on the top of the legs, pull the chest through first, arch back, take a big deep breath in, and then exhale as you drop the chin down and round forward. Hold it there. All right, and then we're going to do that again. Pull the chest through, arch of the back, and then drop the chin down and round forward. All right, and then slowly roll all the way back up. All right, now we're gonna stay here. One more exercise. Basically, same thing we did last month, except we're going to do 10 of these instead of the 40 seconds. All right, so these are gonna be your knee lifts. You're gonna either do one knee at a time, or again, take the hands on the seat of the chair, kind of almost like you're bracing yourself here. And then we're gonna lift the knees, lower them down. All right, here we go. So 10 of these. Exhale and inhale. Doing one leg at a time. Just count 10 on each side. So 7, 8, 9, And okay, good. We're going to stay here to stretch. Just kind of let both legs stretch out, like heels down. Think about just kind of lengthening through your body here. You can reach the arms up if you want, or just keep them down. And we're just kind of stretching right through the top of the legs and those abdominals that we just worked. Breath in and exhale. Right, then bend the knees. Let those shoulders back and down. Again, engage through the core. We're going to do set 2 of 10. All right, here we go. Pull those knees in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good. Stretch those legs out. You can stretch one out at a time or stretch both legs. And again, just think about kind of lengthening here through the abdominals, through the upper leg. All right, and then come on up. We are going to come to standing for our next exercises. So I'll give you a couple of minutes here to put everything to the side. Grab your weights though, keep your weights with you. And you can move that chair out of the way. All right. Okay. Let me grab a sip of water before we start. All right. So we're going to do our standing exercises. This will start with our squat. I want you just to grab one weight. All right. Now you're going to grab this weight. Let me grab a lighter color weight maybe so you can see. All right. So you're going to grab the weight either on each end. If it's big enough, you can hold it like this. What we're going to do is get into a nice wide stance for the squat. Excuse me, toes are slightly angled out, so kind of in this position here. All right, so the movement you're going to do is you're going to hold the weight here. You're going to squat. Think about here, like you're going to hike a football, I guess. You're going to start here, and then you're going to straighten the legs. You're going to bring the arms out to just about chest height. Squat it back down, bring the weight down, kind of between the knees, straighten up, and swing. All right, so we're going to start with these just kind of nice and slow. Now, when you come up, I want you to think about almost kind of pushing your hips a little forward so you're really straightening through the top of the legs. Again, don't take the arms any higher than chest shoulder height. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good. All right, set your weight aside. I'm going to do a little stretch here. So if you need something to hold on to, we're going to do a hamstring stretch. Hand on the chair, hand on the wall. You're going to just drop that, take that right foot forward, heel down, toes up. And then sit back, hinge forward, and just hold that stretch. Big stretch. Make sure you're hinging. Your spine is nice and straight. A couple of breaths in and out. All right, switch legs, letting back, hinging forward, and hold that stretch. All right, and then come on up, give the legs a little shake out. All right, we're gonna do that too. So grab whichever weight you have here. Again, nice wide stance, toes a little bit angled out, engage the abdominals, glutes are a little engaged here. So the chest is lifted, eyes are forward. All right, we're squatting back, bring that weight down, kind of between, a little behind the knees. Straighten up, wing the arms out, quad and lower back down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good. All right, set that weight aside. We'll stretch one more time. One more way. So take that right leg forward, heel down, toes up, step back, stretching into the back of that right. All right, switch legs, heel down, toes up, again, sitting back, holding that stretch. All right, up, both legs to shake out. All right, now we're gonna do some arms. So we're gonna start with the arms with bicep curls. So grab your weights for that. And we're gonna get the feet just about hip width apart. Slight bend in the knees, just kind of nice soft knees. We're gonna just turn the palms forward. Make sure you set your shoulders down. So again, we don't want those shoulders to creep up under the ears. Engage the abdominals. All right, so we're just curling up. Make sure you lower all the way back down. Inhale and exhale. We think about good posture here. So straight as you can. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right, good. Set the weights down. Give the arms a little shake out. All right, and then we're gonna stretch. Gonna kind of stretch the back and the biceps. So let's take the hands, lace them together here. And I want you to reach the arms forward, and then you're gonna kind of turn let me come a little closer. You're gonna kind of turn the palms up like you're gonna hold something in your hands. So reach forward. So you should feel an opening here. Again, you're kind of almost making like a little bowl with your hands. Forearms are kind of facing up. So that's what gets you that stretch and the inside of the arms and the bicep. All right. Give the arms and the hands a little shake out. Roll your shoulders back and down. Grab the weights for set 2. Right. Just same thing. Light bend in the knees, soft knees, shoulders down, abs engaged. All right, here we go. Roll it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and all right, good. Okay, let your weights down. Then again, we're going to do that stretch. So take your arms forward, lacing the fingers together. Again, turning the palms up right here. I guess if you played volleyball, it's kind of that arms up right that position. So forearms are facing up. Hold it here. Inhale and exhale. Good. And then take the arms out. All right. Now we're going to go to some triceps. So we're going to work the back of the arm. We're just going to do one arm at a time. So you can set one weight down. Now, I'm going to give you some options with this one. You can do it standing, but we're going to hinge. Make sure you can keep a nice straight back. If you need a little more support, you can take one hand on the back of the chair, that same knee on the chair, do it this way, or you can just stand behind the chair. Again, either way, whichever way you do this, make sure you have a hinge forward position because that's what gets us that angle to work into the tricep. So whichever way works best for you. All right, so get that spine set, nice flat back. You can start with either arm, starting with my left arm right here. We're going to take that weight up in front of the shoulder and tuck the upper arm kind of right in next to your rib cage. All right, so from here, we're extending straight back, bend the elbow, bring the arm up. So straight back. I'm going to turn forward so you can see my arm is right in close to my side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good. Come up, switch arms. Now, I should say also, if that hinge position is just a little too much, maybe for your low back or just not a comfortable position, you can do this seated. Again, you're still going to hinge forward in the chair like we did with the rows, but that gives you a little bit more support if you need to do that. All right, so switching arms. Again, bring that weight in front of the shoulder, tuck the elbow, upper arm in, extend it straight back. And there's a little bit of a lift when you get up here. Just kind of really squeeze into the back of the arm, into that tricep. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good. Set your weight down. Come up. Give both arms a shake out. All right, so we're gonna stretch the tricep. Couple of options. Either one arm comes up behind your head, other arm grabs that elbow. You're kind of pulling in a little behind your head. Your shoulder doesn't go there. Take the arm across this way. A little more shoulder stretch, but we'll also get in the tricep. Hold it here. You can grab here too. This just helps to kind of pull the arm in a little bit to kind of hit in the back of the, into the tricep. All right, drop both arms down, couple of shoulder rolls, and then we'll take the other arm up for a stretch. And hold it here. All right, both arms down, roll the shoulders back. All right, so we'll do set 2, each arm. So again, getting set here with your hinge, nice straight spine. Tuck that elbow in, upper arm close to the side, rest back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. All right, switch arms. You don't have to turn, I'm just turning to face so you can stay in the same position. All right, tuck that arm in. Here we go. Send it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. All right. Set your weight aside. All right, we're going to do that tricep stretch again. Stretching one arm and try to stay upright as much as you can. Try not to lean forward or bend forward. So you really want to try to straighten the body, the upper body as much as you can on this. Right. Put the arms down, pull both shoulders back, and then take the other arm back and stretch into the other side. All right. Drop the arm down, give both arms a shake out. All right, so our last exercise we're going to do for this workout, I'm going to give you a couple of options. If you have your mat, just keep it close by. We're going to do a plank, but I'm going to show you a couple of different options. So to kind of start with a plank. If you're not really strong at doing those, kind of come down, put the mat underneath your knees if you need a little cushion. We're going to take the forearms on the seat of the chair. Your palms are flat, and you can either stay here with your knees down. You're going to walk your knees back and then drop the hips down so your back is nice and flat. That's kind of option 1. Option 2 would be to lift the knees and then again, nice flat back. Option 3, put the mat back. Dog, you're going to do it on the floor on the mat. So whichever one works better for you to go in here on the floor. You can also do the knees down. What I want you to focus on before we do this is to really think about, again, when I talk about that big wide belt across, around the midsection, think about that. So make sure your back isn't arching either way. Make sure your butt's not sticking up in the air. If you're sticking up in the air, you're not really getting these abdominal muscles. So Either, whichever way works best for you. Now, if you don't have carpet, if your chair kind of slides around, you can put your mat down, put the chair on your mat, or set it up against a wall. Make sure your chair is not going to slide out from underneath you. All right, so now we'll do the exercise. We're going to hold this for 10 seconds. So get into whichever position you can. And then we're going to straighten the back. Have nice flat back. Pull the abdominals in and hold it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, good. And if you're here with the chair, drop the knees down and just kind of sit your hips back, stretch your arms forward. If you were on the floor, you can do the same thing, kind of back into a child's pose. Drop the head down. Again, whichever one works better for you. I'm just going to kind of stretch down the spine to those abdominals a little bit. Good stretch for the shoulders as well. All right, then come back up. Again, start on the knees. Arms are down. Take the hands flat, either on the floor or on the seat of the chair. All right, now we're going to kind of tuck those toes. Lift the hips, walk it back. Drop the hips down. Again, nice straight back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Drop the knees down, get back into that stretch. And if you can't hold that for 10, that's fine. Hold it for as long as you can. Make sure you're breathing. Don't hold your breath. All right, good. And then we're going to come back up to standing. Now, I think we have done these in the past where you can do them on the wall. So you would be this way. Now, if it's not, if you aren't able to get on the floor on your knees or anything like that, you can do them here. You just have to kind of walk your feet back a little bit more. Think more about keeping a nice straight line, really engaging these abdominals. Not quite as intense as when you're at just an angle for this angle, but it's doable if that's what you need to do. All right, so we got through our exercises today. We're gonna do some stretches, some more stretches. So let's stay standing. We're gonna go into that hamstring stretch again first. So heel down, toes up, and just sit back and hold that stretch. All right, and then we're gonna do the other side. Heel down, toes up, and sit back. Okay, and then come back up. Now, next stretch we're gonna do, I'm gonna set the chair here so I can show you how to do this if you need the chair to hold on to. Take your right foot back. So your heel is up, like we're gonna do a lunge. But then what I want you to do is just kind of bring your hips forward a little bit, bend a little bit into this knee. You should feel a stretch here in the front of the leg. Let this open. Now, if you need to, keep the hands here. You can also take the hands on the hips. You can even add to it a little more of a yoga stretch here. So whichever one you want to do. And then drop that back heel down. And then we're just going to switch legs. So this stretch is a little bit more into the front of the back leg and the quadriceps of the back leg. Again, here, up, hips. All right, come up, take both legs out. Now we're going to take the hands behind the back to do a chest stretch. Up the chest, lift, a little bit of a lift of the chin. Deep breath in and exhale. And then bring the arms around. This time we're going to press both palms forward, drop the chin down, reach forward, and this is stretching more in the back. So kind of right across the shoulder blades. Maybe feel this down the spine. Breath in and exhale. Good. And then come back up, straighten up, pull the shoulders back. And then let's do that tricep stretch one more time. So take the hands, one behind the head, one over to grab that elbow, pull the arm in. Deep breath in and exhale. Switch arms, taking the other arm up the back. And then hold that stretch. Both arms down, couple of shoulder rolls. Let's drop the shoulders down away from the ears. Keep the arms down along your side. Take your left ear towards your left shoulder. That right shoulder down, just stretching the right side of the neck. Back to center. Then drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Right ear towards the right shoulder. Sorry. You're stretching the left side. Good. And then bring it back up. Roll the shoulders back and down. All right, take a big deep breath in. Let's just reach the arms straight up, really lengthen through your body. Inhale, and then exhale. All right, well, good job, everyone. So that will be our workout for the first couple of weeks. I am going to pause or stop the video here.